Superman number 26, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Ken Lashley. What happened last time? Who the hell knows? Frankly, it doesn't matter. So we pick up in Metropolis. Clark is having a nice dinner / lunch with Wonder Woman. And she's like, hey, look, I can't stay for dessert or whatnot, as much as I'd love to, and I'd love for you to tempt me to stay, but like I got stuff to do, superhero stuff. I've got to fight a demon horde. And as they go in to kiss each other goodbye, Wonder Woman says like, oh, Lois is here. And she starts to walk off. And we see Lois Lane still has psychic powers from the end of Psy War. She's still in a coma in the hospital, and she's using an astral projection version of herself to show up in Superman's apartment because she also knows that Clark Kent is Superman. Get all that? So she shows up here. Wonder Woman steps off and just being like the art says that she's upset and angry, but like the words say like, hey, don't worry about it. It's all cool. I'll let you guys talk for a minute. So at that point, Wonder Woman goes off to like the bedroom or whatever just to clean up. And Lois is like, hey, look, I'm sorry to drop in on you, but like I'm having a problem that because of my psychic powers, I can like see and hear everything around me, like everyone's thoughts and whatnot. And it's becoming a little bit like overwhelming and driving me crazy. And since I know you're Superman and you have super hearing and whatnot, how the hell do I handle this? And he's just like, oh, hey, it's going to be all right, Lois, I promise. So he puts on his Superman gear, goes talks to Wonder Woman, just being like, hey, I gotta take Lois back to the hospital. Are you good to see yourself out? And she's like, yeah, totally. He's like, are we cool? Are you upset with me? She's like, no, I'm not. You're Superman. Like, you're awesome. Don't worry about it. He's like, oh, great. Awesome. Cool. See ya. So we go to Suicide Slum in Metropolis, and some old lady is being loaded up onto a gurney, and jumping in the back before they shut the door is Parasite, who's looking for a fix. So we show Superman carrying the astral projection of Lois across the city. And she's like, I'm an astral projection, right? I can just fly. And he's like, right, yeah, force of habit. Do you want me to like let you go? And she's like, no, I'm good with this. So fly back to the hospital, and then she's like, oh geez, I can't believe he's here. And they both like look outside the window into her room, and it's General Lane. And if you remember, one of the psychic people that gave Lois her power was a senator. And it turns out Sam Lane has been contacted by whoever the hell to essentially take over the senator spot temporarily until another election can be held. And he's just like, oh, you always made me proud, Lois. I just needed to tell you first. All right, so that's a thing. So he walks off. Clark then enters in his Clark persona and continues talking to Lois. And Lois is like, hey, my father's scared. I don't know why. He's never been scared of anything. And he's just like, well, his daughter is currently in a coma. I think that's like something to be scared about. And he's just like, maybe we'll see. And so at this point, Clark puts forward like, hey, you know my secret identity. Are you going to tell someone about that? And she's like, you mean the moment I get out of this coma, am I going to publish it in the Daily Planet? Yup, that's definitely going to happen. And he's like, great, cool, awesome. So at that point, John Carroll enters the room. If you don't know John Carroll, that is Lois's boyfriend at this moment. And he's super like upset because like she woke up for like a second and the only thing she said was Superman. Am I not good enough for her? And Clark's like, nah, dude, you're great. She chose you. Like, take that to heart. She could have had Superman, but she didn't. She chose you. You're good enough. And so he is so happy about that. And then he sits back down with her. So at this point, we see Parasite has made his way into the hospital, and he's just draining a bunch of patients. But he's like, "Oh, something's stronger in here. Something's drawing me to it. I got to head in here." So we see Clark is publishing his story on ClarkCatropolis.com. Still the dumbest thing I've ever heard about Lane becoming a senator. And he's like, "Oh well, I hope this is I have to somehow separate my life as Superman and my life as Clark, and now that I'm my own boss, I don't know if I can do that." We then see Parasite is still feeding off of like corpses and stuff down in the basement of the hospital, but he's like, oh wait, hold on, I feel it, the power source is like right above me. So for some reason, Dr. Shea Veritas in hologram form shows up on the roof of the Daily Planet. Superman's like, hey, what do you want? how's Lois? And Veritas is like, I don't know. She's not healing. She's transforming into something else. I don't know what. And then immediately Superman hears the parasite attack going on. He's like, oh, I got to go. And Veritas is like, don't worry about it. I'm barely in the story. So whole hospital's running scared because parasite's attacking. And he's just like, all right, I'm getting this rush. It's the first time I felt a rush like this since Superman. Like something big is in here. So he's going up trying to get to this power source. Meanwhile, Superman like grabs the elevator as Parasite's inside of it and just pushes it out of the building. And he's like, hey, Parasite, what in the hell are you doing here? And he's just like, I've got something I'm looking for in this building. So he manages to use ice powers on Superman. I don't know where those came from, but he freezes Superman enough that he's able to push the elevator back down to Earth. Superman is stuck inside. And Parasite goes up to Lois Lane's room and says, this is it. This is the power. Lois Lane means everything to me. So I'm putting like $90 on the fact that Parasite's going to drain out the memory that Clark is Superman. That's my money. That's what I'm doing. I'm not paying it to anybody though. So all in all, I mean, who cares? I was so done with the Cyborg story. The fact that we went over to a Krypton Returns storyline and now are coming back to the consequences of Cyborg. I'm just, at least it's a little bit on its own. It's doing its own thing, but we keep on bringing up stuff like Clark Metropolis, and it's just, I'm done with this run. I'm just done with this run. I don't want to do anything related to any of this. The status quo is stupid, and I don't like it. So overall, I'm going to say this is a 5. It's just boring to me. It's not a bad issue. I just don't care. I can't bring myself to care. So 5 sounds fair to me, but I'm a little bit biased.